Hello. In this video, we will ask the question, is my deed good or evil? We will explore this question by referring to Rudolf Steiner's philosophy of freedom. Morality is concerned with knowing the difference between right and wrong, the difference between good deeds and evil deeds. An ethical individualist wants to do what he considers to be right. But how do I know what is the right action to take in a particular situation? People base their moral decisions on a variety of sources. Right action may be guided by religion, by the advice of someone we respect, or by making a rational decision, or acting out of love, perhaps having a gut reaction. But does a free individual who is free in thought and action really need to be concerned with whether their action is good or evil? Is there a higher level of morality where it is not necessary to worry about good and evil? In chapter 9 we find, only when I follow my love for the objective is it I myself who act. At this level of morality, I do not act because I acknowledge a lord over me, or an external authority, or a so-called inner voice. I do not acknowledge any external principle for my conduct, because I have found the ground for my conduct within myself, my love for the deed. I do not ask whether my deed is good or evil. I carry it out because I love it. At this level of morality, the question of good and evil is completely ignored. A person acts because he loves the objective or goal that he is working toward. His action is solely an expression of love. It seems to be saying that if we love what we are doing, there is no need to be concerned at all about good and evil. We just need to follow our heart. It says, I do not ask whether my deed is good or evil. I carry it out because I love it. But wait a minute, there is more. Years later, Rudolf Steiner was no longer satisfied with this paragraph, so he revised it in 1918. Steiner inserts a new sentence into the paragraph that makes a significant addition to our understanding of good and evil. He adds, my action will be good if my intuition, steeped in love, inserts itself in the right way within the intuitively experienceable world continuum. It will be evil if that is not the case. This is now saying an act of love does not necessarily result in a good deed. Whether our deed is good or evil depends on how well we insert our moral idea into the intuitively experienceable world continuum. But what is the intuitively experienceable world continuum? The world continuum is a continuous series of connected world events. These world events occur from the past to the present and on into the future. Everything is connected and moving in a direction. To perform a good deed, it is necessary to intuitively experience where the present course of events are taking us. What we intuitively experience are the laws that govern the world. Every world phenomena is directed by laws that can be intuitively experienced by thinking. What this means in practical life is that whatever it is that we want to change, it is necessary to understand the laws of how it works and the course it is on. If we want our deed to be good, our action will be mindful of the already existing laws at work. Our deed will be evil if the change we bring is unnecessarily disruptive to the current state of affairs. We may have good intentions and we may have love in our hearts, but we may also be clueless to the resulting consequences of our action. The ability to change the world without violating the existing lawful connections is moral technique. A simple example of moral technique is to transform nature without violating the laws of ecology. In order to transform a specific perceptual object or group of objects in accordance with a moral idea, it is necessary to understand its underlying laws. By knowing these laws, we understand how the object that we want to change or give a new direction has worked up to now. Further, it is necessary to discover the procedure by which it is possible to change the existing laws into new ones. An ethical individualist acts out of knowledge. He has moral ideas to make the world a better place. To apply his ideas to the world in the right way, he needs to know the present course of things and how to move it in a new direction without causing unnecessary disruption. War is an extreme example of evil, where change is violently imposed. This part of effective moral activity depends on knowledge of the particular world phenomena that one is dealing with. The knowledge needed is found in a field of scientific knowledge. A moral deed then presupposes, along with the faculty for moral ideas, moral intuition, and moral imagination, the ability to transform the perceptible world without violating the coherence of its natural lawful connections. This ability is moral technique. Moral technique can be learned in the same sense that science in general can be learned. Again, the ethical individualist acts out of knowledge. To do good, he looks to science. It is a task of science to discover how things work. An ethical individualist uses intuitive thinking to select the ethical principle. He uses imaginative thinking to form his goal of action. And he uses scientific thinking to understand that part of the world he wishes to change. Whatever field he is working in, there is sure to be a related science, such as ecology, biology, psychology, sociology, political science, communication, economics, and so on. If we want to change ourselves, raise children, help others, change society, or change a nation, we will have more success if we learn from the available science. With scientific knowledge, we can predict the outcome of our deeds and achieve the intended results of our moral idea. If we do not know what we are doing, our deed may result in harmful, unintended consequences. Whether our deed is good or evil depends on the resulting outcome of our action.